Are you aware that the bee population is constantly and currently declining? Well, if you aren't, I'm here to persuade you and argue that the population is declining and that we need more protection for bees everywhere. I'm Sarah Bontingu, and that is what I'm going to be talking about today. My main point is the problem, and the problem is that bees are declining everywhere, and there are multiple causes for this and multiple solutions as well. But the problem is that they are declining because of multiple reasons, and the first reason is because of agrochemicals, which are basically like different pesticides that can get onto any crop or any flower, plant, whatever it is, and they get onto it, and then bees have a harder time pollinating and doing what they need to do to survive, which in turn leads to pesticides. If bees pick up pesticides on certain flowers or plants, and it can go to our food, and which can be good but also can be harmful for us. So there's reasons there. And then according to Environmental Variables in Species and Traits by Paul Pfeiffer, it affects habitat alteration, which can also alter crops, like I said, and that affects our food and what we intake. And then another article called Wild Bee Populations Threaten Michigan's Fruit Industry by R.J. Walcott. The colony collapse disorder. And it basically means that with the worker bees leave their hives, which in turn means that they aren't doing anything for the hives because they leave them. So they're not making honey, they're not going around and pollinating, they're not doing anything like that. So the bees just kind of don't know what to do, and they leave, and then they can't really provide for themselves. So then they die off. And all these things kind of play into why they're declining, because they can't fend for themselves, basically, and they can't get food, they can't, pollinate, and then they'll just go around and sting people, and then we know that when they sting people, they die. So that kind of all adds up. And then a solution, or there are multiple solutions, but one of the main solutions, one from Ohio State University by Gemma Bush, says that there's different things you can do, but one of them being just don't kill them. If you see a bee, just walk away. Don't, irritate it or kill it or whatever, just walk away. Another thing is avoid using pesticides in your own lawn or on your crops, or if you're growing stuff, don't use pesticides on those. And then an article by from UCR by Jules Bernstein, she says to help beekeepers get better tools for monitoring bees. And this will help with obviously monitoring bees and making sure that they are in the hive and working and doing what they're supposed to do for the other bees and for their own survival. And then there's also just like funding opportunities that you can do to give to other bee organizations to help with this type of stuff. And that will obviously make an impact. So yeah, there's multiple solutions to this. But yeah, in conclusion, we talked about the main problem, which is bees declining, and then why they're declining for, again, multiple reasons, which is agrochemicals and just them stinging other things or stinging people and then dying off and not being able to get food on themselves when they leave, according to colony collapse disorder. And then the solution, which can be funding opportunities, giving beekeepers the right tools they need to monitor bees, not killing bees, and not using pesticides in your own lawn or on crops or whatever it is. So I hope this was informational, and that you learn more on why we need to protect bees and farming and agriculture and all of that combined. And yeah.